Hi guys and girls, quick video on controlling spin with your driver. We get this quite a lot from especially from long hitters. People want to reduce their spin rate. With TrackMan now we can see the exact amount of revolutions per minute on the golf ball, and when the long hitters start getting above, I'd say above 2,500 revs, and they see that ball starting to kind of balloon and stall in the air a little bit, especially into the wind, they really want a solution to stop spinning the ball so much with the driver. Now for most players, to reduce your spin rate with a driver is going to result in longer driving distance. So I'm not going to go too much into the mechanics and the physics of controlling the spin. I'm just going to give you a few key tips that will get your spin rate down. The first thing I'm going to talk about is having the club face open at impact. Now you'll see this specifically when you hit the ball high and right, if you're a right-handed golfer, and it's kind of high and spinny and right. Most of the time that's caused just because the club face is open, it tends to have more loft, and more loft generally equals more spin. So something you can do is just make sure that your club face isn't open, so that ball's not going too far right. If you're a right-hander, that's going to take care of some of the loft. Secondly, if you're hitting down on the driver too much, this is going to increase the amount of backspin you create. So you're always going to be better off trying to hit slightly up on the driver. I talk about that in some different videos. I'm not going to go into that just now, but you do want to try and hit up on the driver. So a few things that are going to help you hit up on the driver: ball position forward, spine angle tilt the way a little bit, making sure that your lower body's driving towards the target, but your head is kind of staying back. These things are going to help you hit up on the driver. Hitting it a little bit from the inside also helps. But something that's not talked about a great deal is something called gear effect. Basically, I'm not going to go into what gear effect is just now, but I'm just going to give you this advice. If you take the center of your club face, your driver, and you hit the ball slightly above the center, the ball is going to spin less. It's going to launch a bit higher, but it's going to spin less. So if you can hit the ball slightly above the center of the club face with your driver, you're going to spin the ball less. Now, if that causes you to launch the ball too high, this might require you to get a slightly lower lofted driver. Most of your drivers now are adjustable. So if you find that in hitting it slightly higher up the face, it causes you to hit the ball too high, just crank the loft down a little bit on your driver. Hitting it in the same place in the upper part of the club face, you'll launch the ball that little bit higher, but you'll spin it a lot less. So if you think about those things, hit up, don't have the club face open, and hit slightly above the center of gravity, slightly above the center of the club face, you're going to find that you have a lot less spin with your driver. The ball's going to go further, it's going to perform better in the wind, and overall it's just going to give you more consistent, longer drives. Give it a try.